It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the New York Jets. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
First down carry for Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, and they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete.
Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken around the 12. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. To throw is Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's third and long. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Here's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Harold Landry came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Ooh, with a juke. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Now it's Wilson. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Wilson. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll try the right side with Henry. And some room to roam now. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down.
74 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Second down and goal. Tannehill. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Titans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Harold Landry in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Bud Dupree providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's the Jets punter now. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Jets punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Tannehill on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Tannehill. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Dumping it off for Johnson. They find some open field here. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So that challenge, a successful one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing. And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up. To the right side, and he's got more complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Johnson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And it will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Denzel Mims. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They really struggled in the first half, but they've made some adjustments looking better in the second half. But sometimes do we overanalyze? Is it always, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ty Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even...
He'll be taken down. The Jets get it off for the save. Quentin Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. A handoff, running left, Henry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Tannehill now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Wilson.
Getting this into the hands of his tight end, Zach Davidson.
And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Wilson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now from way back there after the sack, it's 3rd and goal, a long 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. He's at the 50, the 30. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Tannehill. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And the catch made by Johnson. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 7 yards, the pickup there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them. In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Play action. It's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's Wilson to throw. Touchdown, Jets. It's complete. Denzel Mims. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And a lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown. Now the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Only needing 2 yards on second down. They'll run it again with Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Henry, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play that time for the Titans. One last throw here for Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD. That was not to be. And time is run out now on this game.